Hi, I'm Brittany and welcome to Proverbs Study. So we have made it to chapter 5. Thank God for the understanding of His Word and the ability to teach it. Thank God for your ability to listen and understand. And I pray that it is a blessing to you. Please let me know whatever stood out to you in any of them so far. I love hearing from you in the comments. So, chapter 5, verse 1, King James Version says, "My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge." Again, this theme of the Lord talking to us as his dear children, or King Solomon passing on this information to his son, is the Lord's way of letting us know how much he cares about us, enough to instruct us. And his instructions are, attend unto my wisdom. We've heard this before, this attending to, or bringing your attention to, or showing up and counting yourself as present to the wisdom. So you're acknowledging that you need the wisdom, and you making yourself available to the wisdom. You're letting the wisdom have access to you, and then you're taking notes. You're making an effort to understand the wisdom. You're taking it in, and then you're doing something with it. So that's what I believe, that attend unto my wisdom. That means give attention to it. And bow thine ear to my understanding. So don't be lofty and think that you know better than your father who is teaching you. Bow your ear, or come in close and try to understand. Bow thine ear unto my understanding. And so I love that this is my wisdom, my understanding. This wisdom and this understanding has been tested and tried. It's not just information. It's not just, 3 best ways to do this, or 7 steps to this. No, this is life. Wisdom has been equated with life, or having access to life. Following wisdom is following a life that will be long-lived, as it talked about in, I believe, Proverbs 2. When we attend to his wisdom and bow our ear, that means come down low in our hearts and in our spirits to his understanding, recognizing that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, recognizing that he has framed the world before the world was created. He set a structure in it for it to operate that goes on without the input of man, without the attention of man. The world continues to spin. No man has ever stopped the earth from revolving around the sun, and no man has ever stopped the sun from shining. No man has ever stopped the seasons. God has made a covenant that the seasons will never stop. He has framed all of these things to happen without our input. And then he placed us here. And so going back to the foundation of the beginning of the Lord is the wisdom, is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of the Lord, is the beginning of wisdom. So just acknowledging that God is who he says he is, that he will do everything that he says he will do, and everything he says is absolutely true. That's wisdom. That's the fear of the Lord. It's my definition for the fear of the Lord. And it's such a framework for us to operate from, because that's how we bow our ear to his understanding. We humble ourselves and say, God, you know better, so I'm going to follow you. And then in verse 2 it says that thou mayest regard discretion, or take into account what is necessary when it comes to discretion. Discretion in terms of having the understanding that things need to be a certain way. Discretion is holding space for things to function and operate how they need to function and operate to be in order. That's discretion. That's an understanding of discretion. So we need to attend to wisdom, bow our ear to understanding, so that we can regard discretion, so that we can say, hey, let me be discreet in this moment. Let me take what I'm understanding and operate in a way that is wise in this situation, not in the way that I want to operate. Not in a way that is presumptuous or is you're making an assumption, so you just do. Not moving too fast, not, spontaneous. No, this is meaning that you take the time to understand and then you move with wisdom. And that thy lips may keep knowledge. So when you operate in a way where you take the time to understand and then operate in wisdom, what you say will hold on to knowledge. It won't be just off the top of your head. What you say, your lips may keep knowledge, is what you say will be knowledgeable. When you decide to speak, because you have been discreet, because you have taken in the situation, you've regarded discretion, you've decided to understand before you act or move or think, then you use wisdom to operate. And so the words that you decide to say, when you decide to use your words, they're knowledgeable. You know what you're talking about, because you haven't gone about this in a hasty manner. You have not assumed anything. You have not presumed anything. You have done it in a wise way. So I hope this encourages you. Thanks for listening. It encourages me.